All right, we are live.
Hello, welcome to the Punk Rock Libertarians Podcast, episode 424, the Holiday Extravaganza. I'm
Woo.
Otto, and tonight I am joined with the Hanukkah Grinch himself, Jared.
What's up, guys?
Oh man, and we got hold on, I gotta scroll down, I gotta see it. Oh, intransigent minority is back, James Babb.
Happy Kwanzaa or whatever. Yeah.
Wow. It was very dismissive.
Yeah, very disrespectful.
And we could not have a holiday extravaganza episode without the one, the only, Nicky Pinecone himself,
Where'd it be?
the king of Christmas,
The tree's right there,
the Sultan of Santa.
right next to my
Sultan of Santa.
to my pinhead statue, the non-trans pinhead.
Oh, okay, good. As long as it's the non-trans one, that's the best.
I mean, as into trannies as I am, like I
You
don't
can't
really
say
want
that.
my,
You
I
can't
don't
add
really
the
want my
I.
pinhead to be trans.
Okay, all right. Well, we can discuss this in a little bit. Let's get to
Would
the
the
Alex Bot.
Faketarians get mad if you say you like trannies? Like you
Yes.
love like that's still something to get mad about, right?
Yes, that's
Probably
like
can't
their
use the
version.
word.
You're
It's
not
their
allowed,
version of
'cause that's
saying colored people,
You guys have already been
People of
kicked
color.
off YouTube.
but you can't say colored people. Anyway, anyway, there's the Alex Bot 3000.
Happy Festivus, everybody.
How you feeling, man? You back into it?
I'm
Back
back,
into the
man.
game.
I'm back. After a bout with the flu, I'm almost one hundo.
Is it the
Good. Well, we're
spicy
glad
flu?
to have you.
No, just a normal flu.
Oh.
No
How would you know the
Wuhan flu.
difference?
I don't know.
You trust
PCR.
me to tell you?
Cycling PCR testing, I guess. I don't know. Ramping them up to 100, I guess. I don't know. Whatever they did during COVID, they didn't do it the last time I was at the doctor. So all good.
Good. And truly, one of our special guests is returning for her second time on the show, all the way from down under, the land of tyranny and, I guess, crocodiles and kangaroos and stuff. Kate Fantanel. Welcome back, Lady Liberty herself.
Hello, everybody. Merry Christmas from Australia. That's what we say down here. It's 30 degrees, which is about 90 degrees Fahrenheit here in Victoria. So that's why I'm scantily clad. It's not snowing here like it is, I think, maybe over there where you are.
Yeah, it's not snowing, but it's miserable. It's like 30 degrees outside.
Well, it's miserable here, but for other reasons. because
Right.
we have tyrannical
It's always
government.
miserable here.
Yeah,
Is
Yeah,
it the
we don't get
communism
we
or
don't
the
get any
weather
reprieve
over
here.
It's the communism that gets to me. The weather's beautiful.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it. But no, well, thank you for joining us, and we have a lot to talk about. It's almost so much we couldn't even really pinpoint it down before the show. But
Dude, you made
I
me
think-
when you said
What?
Sultan of Santa, you made me think of I've got like the inside scoop on a new Jack Black holiday movie that's apparently going to be in the works. It's called Dear Satan. No, it's called The Typo, and it's about a kid who accidentally writes a Dear Satan letter instead of Dear Santa, and then Jack Black shows up and is Satan.
That sounds great.
It sounds fucking awesome.
That
Dude.
sounds terrible.
No, fuck you,
can't-
Nicky.
Because
Podcast.
Jack Black is terrible.
Oh, fuck you. All right.
Look,
Yeah,
he's
helpful.
How do I
possibly
do
I'd like
it?
to
Hold on,
see
how do
those-
I do it on
fulfill
Logan?
those wishes.
Right click,
right?
remove from stream. Okay.
Look, I was probably one of the very first Tenacious D fans, and
Oh, they're so good.
he's just I can't do him anymore. He's just become too shitty a person.
Is he a flaming liberal? Is that the problem?
Oh, one of the worst.
Ugh.
I was gonna say, how many
He-
times
he-
did you go to
Ignore that.
Epstein's Island?
E-
just
Even
gonna
after
ignore
that
that.
wonderful libertarian song that he wrote.
Oh, at City Hall?
Yeah, exactly. It's one of the
Yeah.
greatest. They
Well, I
chose the
choose to
exact
remember
way
him for that. So.
Why anarchy's the best, and now he's just on Twitter doing dumb shit.
Well,
Wow.
Twitter has ruined a
What
lot of famous people, and I
No,
guess
no,
that's a
Twitter-
good thing.
Donald Trump did. Donald Trump ruined a lot of good people.
yeah.
You know, no, it's just they
We
exposed
exposed people.
them. These people were
That's
always douchebags, and it just Twitter gave them a chance to reveal it without their
Yeah.
publicist being like, "No, don't say that. That's going to make you look like a douche."
Well, and
Right.
I've been calling it for years, and I'm glad that it's finally happening. The box office numbers will tell you that we've killed celebrities between real fakes and Twitter. No one gives a shit about celebrities anymore. Honestly.
What about? Are there any excess deaths of Hollywood celebrities? You know, maybe there's
Not
maybe
enough.
that's the silver lining. You know,
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a little too early to call, Nikki.
Okay. Here's this. Is Chris Evans important or is Captain America important? Chris Evans couldn't sell a Disney movie.
Yeah, but he's been replaced by like the Kardashians. Like the Kardashians are still huge. Like they're still dominating everything.
They're not even
Captain
celebrities.
America is basically a cop.
They are
So-
celebrities. They might not be actors or actresses or whatever, but
Yeah, he got pretty libertarian in the movie Winter Soldier, but that was a while ago.
Yeah,
That was
it's
before
Marvel.
Trump. That was before Trump. So
dude, speaking of Twitter though, did you see this?
what
Elon
is
Musk
going
was-
on? Yeah,
Elon Musk was spotted at the World Cup with Jared Kushner and a bunch of Saudi princes.
nothing seems.
Let me ask you
nothing
something.
screams
If you
freedom.
got invited to that party suite, would you turn it down? You
Probably
know I
not.
would be there. Of course,
Oh,
I
I'm
would
yeah.
be there.
gonna be honest. No, you can't drink at the field or any of that shit. Like,
Oh
Oh,
yeah, I
that's
was gonna
true.
say.
Party
I'm
else,
sure they
Say
can
like
drink up there
$1,000
in that
cognac, yeah, but
I wouldn't
yeah, you're
be-
right. There's no alcohol there.
I wouldn't be in Qatar at all. There's not enough money in the world to get me to go to Qatar.
Well, I wouldn't be allowed to go unless I had a male escort with me. So, and I
Right.
wouldn't be allowed to drink. So,
Well,
yeah.
we're all libertarians. You guys heard about what they did to? I think was it Budweiser, where they had
Yes.
they had the deal where like they sponsored millions of dollars into it, so that they could hopefully have their alcohol served at the World Cup.
It was like last minute, right?
And
They
then
said no.
and then like the day of, Qatar says, "Yeah, we're not going to do that." Well,
Yeah.
it's in our contract. We don't give a shit about your
Hey,
contract.
what's the point in running a kingdom if you can't just like utter commands? You know, I mean, that's the whole idea. So deal with it.
Is James Babb going post libertarian on us over here? Starting his own kingdom. We're
Yeah,
going that
I'll go hang
direction?
out in Qatar with a bunch of Saudi.
Yeah, James is an anarcho-monarchist, right?
Anarcho-monarchist. How does that work? Yeah.
I don't know. Ask,
I don't know.
ask
See,
Hans.
right. The idea is we're going to
Yeah.
abolish government by first concentrating it into one person, and then you just kill that person, and then you have anarchy.
I mean, if
You
that
could
actually
do that
worked,
in
I might be for it.
Australia.
But
You could do that in Australia because we're still part of the monarchy, the Commonwealth. Maybe
That's
that's
true.
what we need. That's the answer to our problems. is-
Really?
Do you guys
Australia's
consider
still a
yourselves
part of it?
subjects? Do you say
Yeah,
like,
we're-
"Oh, are you? I'm a subject."
I'm a peasant,
Wow.
and I'm definitely on a government list. So I'm trying to keep the resurgence alive in Australia. I'm doing what I can.
Well, I
You
am
were-
curious though. How does all that work now that the queen's gone? Like, you guys still have loyalty to like next in line in this situation? Like, I know theoretically you do, but
Now you have to
people
die
feel
for
about it that
king and
way?
country, right? You have
Yes.
to die for king and country instead of
Yes.
queen and country, right?
Yes, so we're actually, the Victorian government is being sworn in today. I'm in Victoria, which is on the east coast. Melbourne's the capital, and they have to swear an allegiance to the king. So when the queen died, they had to recall parliament so they could all swear a new
Wow.
allegiance to the king. So yes, so I think Canada and New Zealand have to do that as well because they're part of the Commonwealth too.
Jeez.
So,
I believe they have to pledge to keep quiet about all the pedo stuff, right? Like that's part of the deal. Like you can rule your island, but just keep it quiet, you know, about that stuff we do.
yeah, very
mean,
hush
how does like what's his Trudeau like pledge to anyone? You'd have to take
Mm.
G's dick out of his mouth long enough to do it.
Wait, what? How did I miss that? I missed whatever that.
remember,
was.
according
I
to
heard
Nikki,
something
everything is just China bad.
Oh,
No,
China. Okay.
no, but Trudeau, who actually did say, "I really wish we had more of the control that China has over our people, specifically."
What, he's
Yeah,
just
Well, he's
trying,
just a
he's
mega
just trying to
maniac.
make Klaus Schwab happy by saying that, you know, like
Right.
That's a trio I don't want to see in that.
And
in a
his
porn.
and his dead father, Fidel.
Just Trudeau with G in one hand and fucking what's his name in the other.
Sounds kind of hot.
I mean, if you're into tyranny, it's
Same here.
probably the thing to really push you over the edge.
Could you imagine being like a tanky who's like also like really attracted to like
Klaus Schwab.
Old man.
Yeah, like- right.
Mm.
Can we get 3 Bond villains at once?
come.
Ooh.
I forgot about that. That got me. Donald Trump. Oh God, Donnie. Oh, so did you guys buy any of his new cards?
Oh, the trading card. Yeah.
NFTs, baby.
I wish I had. I heard they're skyrocketing. Right, that could have been my like saved my crypto portfolio.
Yeah. You should have just sold all your BTC and just bought Trump NFTs.
Just go all in. You know.
Yeah, just.
I mean, if you can time it right, there's plenty of money to be made. I'm sure.
I think some of them are. I don't know. Can we check the website and see what the current prices are?
I don't even know what website. We got to go to social to do that.
Trump NFT website.
This should be fun.
Collect Trump cards. All right, let me just do this live on the show.
Fuck it. We'll do it live. Let's show everyone.
All right, so
I
collecttrumpcards.com. They're
This
only
is
$99
incredible. I have
each.
not seen
They're sold
this
out.
yet.
This was his big news. He announced that he was like tomorrow coming out with the biggest news ever. And people were like, oh my God, what's he going to do? Like announce like a running mate or what? What's he going to do? And then he was like, here's my NFT, guys.
It's not entirely honest. There was a whole other thing he went on about.
Was there?
Yes, his plans for freeing the internet for people.
Oh,
like his internet bill of rights and all that kind of shit.
Well, listen, I know everybody's heard the Trump promo for this thing, but it's so funny. You want to play like a few minutes of that video?
Yeah, bring it up.
It's
Where is
hilarious.
it? Send me it.
I'm just trying to find it too.
Oh my God.
So there's one of these rare trading cards. Oh, here we go. Here's the OpenSea link. This one is going for 10 ETH, which is $11,729.50. It's a picture of Donald Trump standing in front of the Statue of Liberty, holding the Statue of Liberty torch. And it says 45 in the background, like sporadically throughout the clouds.
Well, there's the video right on that page you're showing.
On this page?
Playing.
Yeah,
it's
I got to
playing.
hear Trump.
Oh, I'm not even showing. Sorry, I was showing the wrong
Wow,
one.
that's
This is it.
incredible.
This is the trading card.
Oh
It's
my
so
God.
artistically done. I mean, that must be that new AI art that's just brilliant.
Yeah, it looks like that, right? It's just subtly like bad, you know?
We should play a little bit of
It's
that
not quite
commercial
there.
because it's hilarious.
Where's the commercial? It's on this page?
Yeah,
No, this
look
is
at
like
that.
people on CoinDesk talking about shit.
Hang on, we'll find it.
I was watching the
Contest.
video in the previous screen share.
We'll find it here.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Someone find it and let's just talk about other stuff right now.
Yeah, this is Donald Trump. Hopefully, your favorite president. Better than Lincoln. Better than Washington.
It's like
Oh, here we go. I think I found it. I think it's on the original.
It's over the top. I can't
great.
tell
Is
if
this
he's
it?
being like if he's like in on the joke or not.
Yeah.
Is this
yep.
it?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's it. That's,
Okay.
Yep.
that's the.
Here's the major announcement.
Laser Trump.
Hello, everyone. This is Donald Trump. Hopefully, your favorite president of all time, better than Lincoln, better than Washington, with an important announcement to make. I'm doing my first official Donald J. Trump NFT collection right here and right now. They're called Trump Digital Trading Cards. These cards feature some of the really incredible artwork pertaining to my life and my career. It's been very exciting. You can collect your Trump digital cards just like a baseball card or other collectibles. Here's one of the best parts. Each card comes with an automatic chance to win amazing prizes like dinner with me. I don't know if that's an amazing prize, but it's what we have. Or golf with you and a group with your friends at one of my beautiful golf courses, and they are beautiful. I'm also doing Zoom calls, a one-on-one meeting, autographing memorabilia, and so much more. We're doing a lot. My official Trump digital trading cards are $99, which doesn't sound like very much for what you're getting. Buy one and you will join a very exclusive community. It's my community, and I think it's something you're going to like, and you're going to like it a lot. They also make perfect gifts. So you can buy them with your credit card or crypto. All you need is an email address. Go to collecttrumpcards.com and buy your Trump digital trading cards right now before they are all gone, and they will be gone. This is my first official Trump trading card NFT collection, and you get a chance to meet me. Go to collecttrumpcards.com right now, and remember, Christmas is coming, and this makes a great Christmas gift.
I'm gonna come.
No purchase necessary. Very rare prohibited.
I'm gonna come.
So my favorite part about this is
That
you
is the
can
best thing I've
tell
ever seen in my whole life.
he's trying so hard to read the cue cards.
Oh yeah.
And then there's these moments where like Trump comes out,
Right.
and he ad libs.
Like they
He's
definitely
"I
didn't
know
write,
you're gonna
and it's
want
the
one."
best golf course ever. They didn't write that on the card. That's just from
Yeah,
his brain.
Didn't that sound like? Remember that show, The Apprentice or whatever? And I just
Yeah.
remember it being like, and if you win, you could be lucky enough to stay in this luxury suite, and it's the Trump Tower, and it's the it's this, and it's wonderful, and it's so exclusive, and
Oh my god, it was
Well,
so
That
good.
picture of him on the white horse is going to be burned into my brain forever.
Wait,
That
you're
was
not
so
about the elephant?
incredible. Oh,
The
yeah,
elephant?
Yeah,
that-
the
was
elephant
one.
is my favorite.
Oh my
Like,
god.
is he Indian all of a sudden? Like, what is this? Like, he's
I feel
Oh,
like we
no,
should
it's
get a
like a
commission
public
after
health.
just pumping that website like we did. Like,
We
you know,
probably should have.
I mean, this is the brilliance of it, right? Is the fact that like everybody's been showing that commercial, especially his haters, right?
oh, absolutely.
Like,
They're like,
like
look how
it
dumb
is
this
the
guy
ultimate.
is.
It is the ultimate. They were probably who knows? They might have had come up with something that was like really stylish and sophisticated, and then like no, they won't hate that enough. And they went back and they just like can we make it more retarded? Yes, we can. And it's working.
It's gaudy. That is what Trump is. Is just
Yeah,
gaudy opulence.
yeah. Just no.
I mean, if
no,
you were going to
no
create
taste.
a Trump, yeah, if you wanted to create an NFT collection or a trading card that really captured the essence of Trump, I think they did it.
They nailed it.
It's tacky. It's
Fake as fuck.
garish.
Bad.
It's conceited. It's yeah, and they're gonna love it.
I honestly wish I would have bought one. I'm kind of
It's
regretting it
not
now.
too
Well,
late
they're all
now.
gone
Is
now.
it too
They're
late?
all
I'm gonna-
gone.
I'm gonna
I
be
know.
honest. Great
told us.
I've got to
price.
pay $12,000. Shit.
You could have had him for $99, dude.
I know, dude. Really a missed opportunity. Fuck.
Oh man, just for right around the corner for Christmas. That could have been your Hanukkah gift.
yeah, I
there,
could have
right
just
there.
dropped that right in Shannon's
Yeah.
crypto wallet. You know.
Do you
Just
think
like,
he
Yeah.
got that for Jared Kushner for like Merry Christmas? Here's my NFTs. Or Happy Hanukkah. Here's my NFTs.
And the real question is, how many people did he do that for? Did he sell
Oh,
all of them
God.
himself? Like he just bought them all
he
and
just
then
buy
gave them
them
away
himself?
for gave them everyone for Christmas?
Does he really need the money? Is this like fundraising for the next election? Is that what he's
Maybe.
doing?
It's specifically
that
not
desperate?
campaign fundraising. It was specifically indicated as not campaign fundraising.
Mm.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, at the bottom it says. Here, let me see if
Actually,
this-
that they can't even say that though, because he's already
Is
announced
any of the money from this collection going to the Donald J. Trump campaign for president? No, in capital letters. These digital trading cards are not political and have nothing to do with any political campaign.
in
blah,
the
blah,
same
blah,
way
blah,
that
blah,
the
blah.
Saudi money in the Clinton Foundation wasn't used
Yeah.
in the political campaign.
Right.
I mean, because we already know that the Republicans have gotten wise and they're not spending any money on any Trump people. I imagine they'd do the same for him if he actually does get the nomination. So like he's gonna have to have his own pile of cash to do anything this time around.
Who the fuck
Yeah, I mean, he
knows?
can self fund, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what I'd imagine out of him.
Well, maybe okay, so maybe what he can do though is donate. Like maybe let's just say he bought
Mm.
90% of the NFTs or just is holding on to 90 like 10,000 more, right? Now he can donate them to his favorite charity and put a market price on them based on like, oh, well look what these are all selling for, for an average of $2,000 a piece, and I've got 2 million more, so now I get a $4 billion tax deduction, because I
Yeah.
just donated them.
Which is what's great about the NFT market is it's a way to make it even easier to launder money.
Again,
It's
this
one
is
of the
a perfect,
upshots.
it's a perfect thing for Trump.
Mm.
Yeah, because I mean that money's gonna not be used much like Planned Parenthood doesn't use money for abortions.
Yeah, yeah. Right. It's for healthcare, I swear, guys.
Yeah, strictly healthcare.
Yeah.
That's all.
We're caring for all them little black kids.
Yep. All of them.
Tearing them to death.
Just like Margaret Sanger would want.
Or Grandpa Gates.
Grandpa Gates.
Yeah, so baseball card NFTs, Kate. Less calendars, more
Yeah,
NFTs.
I don't
Trading
want to talk
cards.
about my little Lady Liberty calendar now because that's nothing compared to Trump. I feel like I should have done a picture of me on a horse, or like that was very Vladimir
Or an
Vladimir
elephant.
Putin. Or an
Oh,
elephant.
I would
Or
definitely pay
kangaroo, maybe.
$99. Yeah, I would pay $99 for that. Like that.
I did do a Statue of Liberty, my version of the Statue of Liberty. But his looks better, so now I feel very deflated.
So what's
but
the
he has a lot more money than me, so
So what's the calendar that you did?
I did. I have one handy here. Here's one I prepared earlier. A Lady Liberty 2023 calendar. That's my AOC ripoff. I also did. I remember last time I was on your show, I was talking about creating like the most libertarian photo you've ever seen, which I've done. So this is me in my taxis theft dress with a shotgun, the Gadsden flag, and in my hand I have a joint and a vape. So that's taken at one of my friends' farm in the outback. So you've got the
Nice.
lovely Australian outback. You can buy these at ladyliberty.com.au. I know it's not Trump digital trading cards. I'm sorry, but and I am shipping to America. I sent a few this morning. So if you would like one and support my fight against tyranny in Australia,
Do we
please
use
get
the same
yourself
calendar
one.
you guys use in Australia?
Yeah.
Yes, but you write your dates backwards.
No. You write your date back.
Well, doesn't your whole calendar go in reverse?
Pardon?
Doesn't your whole calendar go in reverse or something? Like
Yes,
we're going into
Like the
November
toilet?
for you guys, right?
Like the toilet goes the opposite direction?
Yeah, they're on the other side of the ice wall or something. I don't know. I think that has an effect on it.
I mean, do you guys really think Australia's real? Seriously?
They're close to that Antarctic hole, so it kind of
Yeah.
like fucks things up a little bit.
Well, the
the
border's
gravity of
open
it.
now. After 2.5 years, we've opened our international border, so you can come on down. You
Woohoo.
don't need to be vaxxed anymore, I don't think, but you might want to check that.
Nice.
You've terrified most of the world into never wanting to come there again. Your tourism board's really
Yeah, I'm
fucked.
kind of scared to
Oh.
set foot there. Like that, I might get trapped
Mm.
there and sent to some kind of like COVID camp.
Literally,
Or, you know, like
the rest of the world's watching. Like, yeah, I think it's just a trap, guys. I think it's a trap.
It's
Yeah.
a trap. It's a trap. Well,
It's a
funnily
trap.
enough, sadly, this will be my first Christmas in 3 years with my family because the internal borders were closed for the last 2 Christmases. So I'm very
Wow.
excited. I finally get to have Christmas with my family. So,
Oh.
Nice.
I mean, how
Yeah.
hard would it be to sneak across the border between the states of Australia? I mean, it's like desert and whatnot. I mean, couldn't you just go around their stupid checkpoints?
they did deploy the army to make sure we didn't move between states.
Oh,
in
that's right. You guys
Australia.
are all unarmed, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Well, it's very hard to get a license. I do have a license, but they could take my guns at any moment. But yeah, it was very hard. They had the army deployed at every border in Australia for 2 years.
What's your
so-
3D printing like over there? Do they let you have 3D printing machines?
Some of them do. That's the next thing we need to get onto is 3D printing. But they've banned, in my state of Western Australia, they've banned any drawings of guns. So books with guns, like
Drawings?
the yeah.
What?
So schematics of guns is now banned in Western Australia. It's illegal
Wow.
to have those, and it's because
Holy
of the
shit.
digital printing that they're
Right.
worried about. But
So instead of like,
So wait, how do they even police that? Like,
well, if you're a gun owner in Australia, the police can legally enter your home at any time to check that your guns are being
Yep.
stored safely, and then they
Wow.
can check your bookshelf now as well to make sure you don't have any pictures of guns. So
Or look at your refrigerator
this
to
is-
see if your kid drew a picture of a gun and stuck it on the fridge.
He hadn't
straight to the
chewed,
gulag.
yeah,
Hadn't
that banana
even-
looks awfully like a gun.
hadn't chewed enough of the Pop-Tart yet. Was only like 3/4 away through the one side, and it looked too
Right.
much like a gun.
Yeah, he saw down the Pop-Tart too far and it made him a felon.
That's so crazy. Yeah, you're right,
Mm.
Bav. It is like one step away from North Korea.
Mm.
Ooh.
Is weeping.
So
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
have
I thought it
weeping.
was. Oh man. Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
we had a bad
ideas
year.
are
But like
weeping.
shit. At least I don't have to worry about cops just like coming into my house just for owning a gun. I mean, they I guess they could, but
They
like,
could.
they probably won't.
Wait till you get swatted from this podcast.
Well, what they do
Yeah,
actually have,
I spoke to her.
They're-
Luckily, no one's watching, so we're good.
And there's
Hey.
reports she's got a drawing of a gun. This is what we've trained for, men. You know,
She's-
go.
she's less likely to die in that situation, though, because they're not going to bother shooting at her because they're just not. They'll shoot you here in America, though. They don't expect people to like put up a fight there.
Mm.
I don't know.
Well, we don't have self-defense in our own homes either. That's illegal. You have equal force. So if someone breaks in with a gun, then technically you could pull out your gun.
Until they
But
turn
you have to-
around.
You have
You
to
gotta be like,
prove
hold
equal
on,
force.
hold on. What are you
Yeah.
armed with, sir?
Yeah,
What are you
let me
armed with,
just
sir?
check. What caliber is that? Otherwise, the equal
Yeah.
force defense.
Are
It's
you
very
allowed to
grim here.
deploy like a saltwater croc? Like, I mean,
No, you
like,
can't even use.
Can you get a
pepper
kangaroo to
spray.
just pick him right in the face?
Yeah, you can't use pepper spray either. Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
That's so that's awful.
Mm.
Because I was thinking about, so if with the equal force thing, like someone broke in your house with a shotgun, but they had birdshot, but you had buckshot, and you go to jail for excessive force.
Yes.
you'd have to quickly reload your
Exchange rounds.
shotgun with the appropriate. Yeah.
Oh boy, that
You got
sounds
you got
just
pigs
wonderful.
at least.
Pigs?
Pigs.
Yeah, it's how you dispose of a body.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Well,
electric
that
shit.
went dark very quickly.
I know. Thanks,
They
Nick.
no,
Merry
well, no,
Christmas.
they use
Merry
dingoes. They have dingoes for that.
Mm.
Do dingoes eat the bones? That's the thing about the pigs. They'll eat the bones too.
Yes, they do. They had that case in Australia where a dingo ate a baby. I'm sure you're well aware of that story.
Dingo ate my baby.
The dingo stole
Oh,
my
no.
baby, and they never found a trace of it. So dingoes can be deployed instead of pigs, I suppose. I didn't think I'd be having this conversation, but there you go.
Welcome
We
to the
always
Punk
go-
Rock Libertarians podcast.
Look, we take our self-defense very seriously here in America.
Mm.
Oh, it's great.
I want to go
Okay, so-
4-wheel driving in Australia. Like I see these great videos coming out of people like doing these great tracks all over. Looks, like get a Land Cruiser or something.
Well, you can come
ever do
on
that kind
down
of stuff?
anytime. Yeah, my dad in South Australia, which is in the middle down the bottom, we do that when I go home, 4-wheel driving up at a property up north in the outback. So Australia is a beautiful country. It's just our government that's not so beautiful.
Have you ever met those little mice that rode around on the bird through Australia, like doing adventures and saving little kids?
You got me, damn it. For a second, I was like, wait, what? Rescuers Down Under, for all the people who don't understand, Disney movie.
Oh, dude, I fucking love that movie. At least when I was a kid. I used to watch that movie all the time.
We're being a bunch of like fucking stupid Americans, like just saying all of our Australian stereotypes.
You call that a knife?
I almost
You call
fucking
that a
forgot about
knife?
that movie.
Actually, here's a good question.
call that a
Along that vein, what is your favorite Australian stereotype that the rest of the world has, and possibly the worst?
It's always about how dangerous our native animals are. I think like the drop bears. Have you guys been told about the drop bears?
No.
Which are like the dangerous version of the koala.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like a deadly koala.
It's a
Neat.
deadly koala. It's called a drop bear. They live in the trees, the gum trees usually in the outback, and they will literally tear you apart.
Oh,
Whereas
Jesus.
koalas are
Oh,
quite
shit.
harmless apart from the chlamydia. I'm sure you've heard that koalas have chlamydia.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
The drop
Well, of course, Nikki has, but
Well,
Yeah.
something
Nick's
you
like,
want to
oh,
look
yeah.
at.
Found out the
You gotta
hard
get
way.
the briefing. They brief you as soon as you land in Australia. Everybody knows. Like
don't fuck
mess
the
with
koalas.
Yeah, I think that's actually a myth they started just to keep people from messing with the koalas, so to speak.
Fornicating
They're
with
so
koalas.
soft.
You got a special pocket right there.
That's why all the celebrities go and visit the koalas. Maybe, I don't know.
I saw a
Sorry.
TikTok where they looked inside of the they showed like inside the kangaroo pouch, and it's all
Ew,
like
gross.
and like red and shit. Like,
Wow.
nasty.
Well, I've seen that video where like the kangaroo decides to go ape shit on a wall with her giant fucking claws, and that's enough to make me never want to see one again.
Do you
Yeah,
see the
the
one where the
muscular
guy
ones?
like
Oh,
punches the
Oh,
guy
fuck up.
the kangaroo's like trying to like fight the guy's dog, and he runs up and just punches it right in the mouth.
Yeah, that dude was based.
That was fucking awesome.
I mean, you got balls, not a lot of brains.
No,
Well-
yeah, I'd be like, sorry, dog, you're fucked.
Well, now we got to pull up the video. We got to pull up the
Welcome
video now.
Somebody find the video.
Welcome to the Steve Irwin part of the podcast here.
This
Outback nature show here.
What the fuck?
Sure
What are we
can't,
even
like-
talking
Extravaganza down under.
Well, they did have a debate when the Queen died, so we have to reprint one of our banknotes, the $5
Oh,
notes,
yeah.
which she's on. But there was like a petition to have Steve Irwin on the note instead of King Charles. They
Oh,
were
that'd be
trying to get
awesome.
away from the
Amazing.
monarchy very slowly, but
Hell yeah.
it didn't get through. So we have King Charles on the $5 note instead of Steve
That was so-
Irwin.
I
that
gotta
was so sad
imagine.
when he passed. That was so sad. I was
You're-
I was stationed over in England. It was actually pretty catchy. But there was this rockabilly band I saw, and all of them in honor of Steve Irwin dressed up as Steve Irwin.
What
Wow.
rockabilly man?
I don't know. I forget. It was like a local opening act, but it was because that was what mid 2000s, correct? When
Did they have very short
Mm.
shorts on?
yeah, they had the
Yeah.
whole short, like the whole tan get up, and
Yeah.
they slayed it, and
That sounds
But-
great.
yeah.
Am-
But
Am I the
in
only one
honor-
that thinks Steve Irwin had it coming? I mean, like
I mean,
Mm.
he
I mean,
spent
he
his
would've
whole
been
career
wrong.
basically. He basically spent his whole career tormenting animals, and like he fucked around, and then he found out. You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah,
Like,
but he
he could've
found out
stayed
in like
home.
the weirdest way.
right.
Straight to the heart,
You
September,
know?
September 4th.
Like you would have thought he would have
2006.
gotten eaten by a crocodile. Like that would have been the best way for him to go out, right? You know,
Mm.
but instead he just got like stabbed in the heart by a fucking manta ray or some shit.
well, the manta ray stepped up. It was tired of seeing all the snakes and crocodiles tormented, and it's like, all right, I'll
Rise to the occasion.
yeah.
God.
The old stingray to the heart, or some refer to as the Pfizer heart dart.
Dude, it reminds me of that South Park. I think it was in the South Park movie where Satan has like a costume party and someone
yeah.
shows up and they've got like they're dressed as Steve Irwin, but he's got the the stingray in his heart.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Oh,
What are
man.
we? How do
What a
we?
great show.
No more Australia. Okay, Kate, you're the last Australian we're gonna have on the show. 'cause
Oh,
we have
sorry.
We're all bigoted and talking our stereotypes about Australia.
Yeah,
Well,
you're making us all look stupid. Okay, knock it off, Kate.
No, I love it. This is
Yeah, we do
very
that to ourselves.
entertaining.
So how is so we're on, we're here about Christmas. Like, how is Christmas time? I mean, you guys are just used to it being the summer.
Mm.
Like, how do you have you ever been like to I guess anywhere north
Have
of
you
the
ever been
equator
cold
for
before?
Christmas? No, I'm saying for like Christmas time or like I feel like that would be kind of cool, like experiencing something different, because I know even here, like I've never even been to like one of the southern states where it's warm during Christmas time. I don't know. I just think that'd be kind of cool.
I do really want to see snow one year, but yeah, you're right. We're used to it being 40 degrees Celsius, which I think is 100 and something Fahrenheit. So we have the air conditioner on by 10 o'clock in the morning, barbecue going, lots of beers, cricket on the TV, which is our national sport. So
Crickets on the Barbie coming up.
No, that's
No,
from
we
Klaus
don't
Schwab.
Courtesy of
Yeah.
Klaus Schwab.
Not those kind of cricket.
Put some
We have
cricket
this
on the
one that
Barbies
makes
for Uncle
enough
Klaus.
noise.
So what you
I'm
do?
Yeah, and then usually go to the beach in the Arvo afternoon and just cool off a little bit. Very
Sounds
different
amazing.
to your Christmas, I think.
Well-
But I do want to experience a snowy Christmas one year. I think that would be incredible.
Well, when I start my Christmas village, I will invite you out.
Thank you. Well, it's funny because all of the Christmas carols are like dashing through the snow and how cold it is, and we're like sitting under the air conditioner in shorts and a t-shirt, like it's so hot. Need more Aussie Christmas carols.
The Mad Caddies have a good one. I'm going surfing for Christmas.
Yeah,
It's a fun one.
cool.
We should play that. We should play. Oh, and speaking of good songs to play, we should, the "Bribing Santa" is one of my new favorite Christmas songs. Now they're by an artist that we all might know named Nick Pacone.
The fat guy wrote a song about cookies. Go figure.
It's great. It's such a Christmas song. I love it.
It's something.
Almost as good as this one.
Wait, and you didn't even take the time to play the "Me First and the Gimme Gimmes" version of it.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
They have a live version. They have a Christmas version.
Oh man, if I would have known that, I would have had that at my wedding. Shit.
Oh no.
I know that
love
they do two versions from the Ruined Johnny's Bar Mitzvah live album.
Yeah, I got to check that shit out.
I love how like Jared's now getting more into Hanukkah. I feel like
Yeah?
he's more in the
Wait,
season.
do you suddenly feel an
Dude, I
urge to get into banking or like?
Well, I did
entertainment?
just Jew down the car dealership for like $4,000 on a car I'm trying to buy. So
Nice, dude.
tis the
Look at that.
season, baby.
Yeah, did you get that? You get that new vehicle?
It's
family
not.
ride?
They don't have the color I want yet, so I got to go back like probably Wednesday.
Kid, I
you
saw
get it?
you were in a nice ride the other day.
The
for photo shoot.
Lamborghini.
Yeah, what was
Yeah.
that about? You
Whoa.
posted
it's
that
just-
online.
Lambo.
In my friend's farm where I took that base libertarian photo, his dad has like a shed full of expensive cars. So there's like $150,000 Lamborghini sitting out in the outback. So
Wow.
of course I had to sit in there. I didn't take it for a drive though. I should have asked to, but maybe next time. But yeah.
I'd be
Tell him
real
you want to
nervous
drive it
driving
down
that around.
the old telly track or something like that.
Is that just old? That's just old timer talk. The telly track.
What the fuck is a telly track?
What is a telly track?
It's a famous
What? No.
four-wheel drive track in Australia that's, I guess, based
Oh.
on, I don't know where it is.
Hmm.
How do you?
You're the expert on Australia, not me. So
These are the James Babb deep cuts.
I didn't know James had such a love for Australia. He's
And
actually
four-wheeling. I didn't know that either.
he's lamenting this closure more than I think all of us are. He's like, God, I want to go, and
it's Cape
I don't
York.
trust it.
Ever go to Cape York?
No, I haven't been there yet. I am going down the Great Ocean Road this afternoon because I'm in Victoria. So that's there's the 12 Apostles there, which is these amazing 12 rocks in the ocean, I suppose. So I'm doing that today, but I took the time to join you because it's only the morning here, as you can see. Then I'll head off later today for a bit of an adventure before I
What
fly
time
back
is it
to
where you're at?
Perth. It is 12:30 in the afternoon.
So do you guys
Okay.
trust
I'm from the
ocean?
future, I think. So it's Tuesday
Yeah,
here.
you're tomorrow.
I'm
I was
from
gonna
the
say, yeah,
future. The
Tell us
future
what's
is
going on in the
bright.
future. What's going on in the
Yeah,
future?
what
happens in the
got any
future?
winning lottery numbers or anything we can?
Well, there's a Lady Liberty NFT coming out.
Has Elon been assassinated yet?
No, not yet. I
Not
am
yet.
liking what it's done to Twitter. I feel like I'm getting like more followers for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know. It seems positive so far where I'm sitting, but
I think the
don't know.
algorithm has definitely changed
yes.
in the past week or two. Would everybody agree? I think.
I think it definitely has.
I don't know.
You don't know, or you're saying you don't agree with us?
I don't.
No,
think
I
we're
just don't
cool
know.
enough.
I
wouldn't
have no
know.
idea.
Hmm.
I've noticed it just on our account and on my page and everything. It has gotten a little annoying. Whenever a tweet is edited, it'll just show up on my timeline for an hour, saying like it'll be the first one on the top says there's a new version of this tweet, and that was really annoying me last night when I was.
Ooh,
trying
we
to
should just start editing our
refresh.
tweets then, so they stick to the top of people's timelines.
It probably was just my
Ah.
stupid phone and my app. I
Yeah.
had to like block all these sports books because I guess now that the betting's legal now in Maryland, it just oh my god, it is blowing up my Twitter.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
single time I refresh, it's the first one on. So I had to like block MGM.
Dude, I'm just
Draft-
like, guys, can you dial it back? Because then they're gonna ban this shit again.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
all
if you just get
you're
too
the one- you're
crazy,
the
they're gonna
problem.
fucking ban this shit. You just dial it back and just
That's
let
not
people
like-
come to you.
That's why it was banned. It was banned because they hadn't found their cut yet. They just
I
wanted
know.
to get their cut.
Yeah, the bread and circuses is strong in Maryland with the online sport. They finally allowed online sports betting in Maryland, Kate.
Yeah.
So like
Mm.
it's just they finally figured the fuck out how they're gonna do it.
How they're
It
gonna,
was
like, get that
legalized
going,
like
yeah.
2-3 years ago. You could go to books and do it, but until you could do it on the phone. So
They-
like Jared's like degenerate gambler, and a
Yes, he
bunch of
is.
other of our fellow sports ball libertarians.
I'm
here
a
in
degenerate
Maryland
gambler
are-
that gambles with like the free promo money that they gave me.
right?
But you sound like you're addicted. It sounds like this is just the start of
Wait,
something you're gonna be like.
You're
No, I'm
just
too
saying
Jewish, dude. I'm too Jewish. I'm not. No, I can't. Like,
I was gonna say.
I'm
you're
like,
just
all right,
making
it's
a
free
case.
money. Like, I'll gamble, but
He's a degenerate gambler and a Jew. They overlap.
Do they allow gambling in Australia?
Yeah, I was just about to say we've had online gambling for years, but that's because our country is addicted to sport, and we will riot in the street if you try and take away anything to do with sport. So you might have seen on the weekend at the soccer grand final.
Yeah, you posted that. That was
They
wild.
were rioting because it was a Melbourne versus Melbourne game, but they've just decided to have the grand final in Sydney for the next 3 years, even if a non-Sydney team makes it. So they were rioting because they disagreed with that decision. But we
Did
were
they
locked
riot in
our
Melbourne
home.
or in Sydney?
In Melbourne. But we were locked in our home for 2.5 years and no one did anything. But if you
Right,
try and
so
touch
sad.
our sport, we
So
will
they didn't
go,
take
we
they
can't.
didn't take away football during COVID.
No, they made it so that they could still play.
You
Did
guys
they have to
have
play
like,
with masks
put them
on
in
and
little
like running
camps.
around on the field?
They
Get vaccinated
totally took the teams away.
quarters?
Yeah, they took the teams into like little areas where they couldn't see anybody for a week before they played, and then they all got tested every
The
time before
pods.
they played, and everyone had to be vaccinated. It was, a real
they did
big
that with
thing.
the NFL up here, right?
yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, that's how they started dealing with them.
Well, they had like a segregation going on where like you had to wear like a wristband if you were vaxxed, and then a wristband if you were unvaxxed, and then if you were vaxxed, you could like
stupid.
associate. If you were unvaxxed, you had to like be in your own like little cubicle off to the side when they.
If you had
Broke
recently been with a
from-
koala, you had to be isolated.
Yeah,
Tested for STDs if you were in contact with a koala before coming to
Yeah.
the game. It's for your safety.
Look, I'm just gonna stop you there. I've got the clap.
What was that? So was that tweet? Was that recent? That one of that? It was the goalie getting rushed by the crowd
Yeah,
because he threw.
yeah.
So I posted in the chat there, Jared. This was wild. But yeah, it was like what you said. Like if they actually gave a fuck about civil liberties.
Well, the only time the tide started turning in Australia when Novak Djokovic was banned from coming here to play in the tennis.
Yeah.
because of
That's what I was
that.
gonna say. That was like a big.
That's when
deal.
people started getting mad. But this was like a year and a half into being locked in our homes. In our
Well, I mean, it makes that tournament like an asterisk forever.
So what
Mm.
are we looking at here?
so they're
Wait,
throwing.
Yeah, Kate, walk us through this. What happened here? So
So
this
this was on
goalie.
the weekend in Melbourne. This was the grand final between two Melbourne teams. But they decided they were going to riot because the game is going to be held in Sydney for the next 3 years, the grand final. So this is what Australia. Like, this looks like.
But why were they attacking the players?
It doesn't
Like they
make
threw a
sense to
fucking
me
like
either. Yeah.
what are this, a road flare at,
Flare.
like the fucking
Flare.
goalie.
And the goalie, I think he got hit over the head with a garbage bin at some
I
point.
don't know, man.
Well, his,
Dude, I
his
mean,
job is to
Phillies fans are really-
to block.
Phillies fans are really
That's
annoying, but they
on
don't
him.
compare to
His
like other
concussion's on
fans
him.
in
Well,
other
just
parts of the world.
The whole hooliganism thing, like it's
Yeah,
some
like there's
sort of
nothing that
thing.
really compares to that in America. Like
Right. And
yeah,
meanwhile,
there's
you guys
Philly
were
fans.
busting
Yeah,
on-
there's like
yeah.
there's like Bills fans, but like no one's really touching that shit.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
busting on Qatar for not serving beer at their football. You know, like
Yeah,
Maybe they're
we
wrong
would
or
not- We would not stand
Yeah.
for having no beers. There would be riots in the street if you took away our $15 pints of beer at the
well.
football.
I was
cricket.
I actually was gonna say, wasn't it one of like the British teams at the tournament? They were threatening to not play over it
Probably.
because they have like fans that like,
Mm.
well, no, you're not gonna. None of our fans are gonna show up if they can't
Mm.
drink. So, like, I think it was a Swedish guy who like is known around the world for going to the games and like not wearing a shirt, and being just a drunk, loud mess, and like he's a folk hero. People love him, and because it's Qatar and they don't allow nudity, they wouldn't allow the guy to be in there, and like it caused a shit fit with like the teams.
I remember when I was maintaining Empire and I was stationed over in England. I think when the World Cup was in Germany, and there was articles in like the UK Guardian and various newspapers where there was list of fans, basically soccer hooligans that were persona non grata and were basically blacklisted. And if they tried to enter Germany, so they were trying to find roundabout ways to get into the country. So, but they were like straight up like, no, we don't want like these fucking hooligans even entering our country. It was insane. And I was like, holy shit, this is insane that you've built up a reputation that you're like banned from a country because of all your debauchery at football games. Like, what the fuck?
I know you gotta look up to it, right?
Yeah.
There's probably
Philly
Australians
welcomes
on that
you,
list.
Philly will welcome you.
Yeah.
Just come on in.
Yeah.
Come on.
Dude, speaking of cold going back to what we were talking about cold Christmas. Apparently there's a storm coming in, a storm front coming in that's in the mid-Atlantic region, and it's supposed to be the coldest Christmas in several decades. It's supposed to be like 20 degrees Fahrenheit here.
Yeah, they're
Christmas Eve and
they're
Christmas
ramping
Day.
up HARP. They're ramping up HARP. They want, climate change for Christmas,
But no
It's
snow
Putin's
though.
fault.
It is Putin's fault. It's always Putin's fault.
It's weird. We had my yearly Christmas party on Saturday, and we were talking about HARP. That came up. So
Really? At your Christmas party? That sounds
it's
pretty lit.
Funny you mention it. Well, it's funny because there's me and a bunch of like the only people that still talk to me are my anarchist friends, so they're there. And then I've got one buddy who is a bass player in my one band, and he actually is from Hungary, and so he moved here after they opened up. So he spent his first 9 years of life in a communist country. So imagine him in a room full of a bunch of libertarians. Everyone's got to talk to the commie about what commie life was like.
Yeah, seriously. Oh man, yeah, he was probably bombarded with questions.
He's a talker. He likes to talk, so he was okay with it.
So it worked out for him.
Yeah,
Not too bad.
I don't know what his wife was doing while he was holding court, but
Speaking of Christmas songs, I stumbled across this comedian. I thought this was pretty funny. Jared, or if you want to pull this up, but I guess maybe favorite Christmas song. So yeah, Baby It's Cold Outside. Remember when all the radio stations banned this song last year?
Yeah.
Wait, where is it?
It's next one up. Baby It's Cold Outside, this stand-up comedian, and he's comparing and contrasting. It's making its rounds, but it's pretty solid because this song was banned on the radios, like just normie radio, because they thought this song that was written and this is great. So
it is absolutely a rapey song, but that's
it's certainly a rapey song.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
it's not.
Really killed me was last Christmas we canceled a song that was written in the 1940s called Baby It's Cold Outside. People said that they were triggered, that the lyrics were rapey and they had toxic masculinity. And that's fine if you feel that way, but radio stations across the country wouldn't play the song because people were outraged, which is fine if you feel that way. But at the exact same time, the number one song in this nation for over 2 months was Wet Ass Pussy. I am not making that up. You can look it up. Google it. So I want to wrap up my show by comparing and contrasting the lyrics of these two songs. If indeed this country has lost its fucking mind, shall we? Let's start with the horribly offensive Christmas song written just after World War II. I really can't stay, baby, it's cold outside. I gotta go away, baby, it's cold outside. This evening has been so very nice. Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. Beat it up, N-word. Extra large, extra hard. Put this pussy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. My mother will start to worry.
Dude, if that's not the epitome of clown world that we live in.
Oh man.
That Christmas song was...
So that was banned in America on your radio station.
There was a it wasn't every radio station, because I know the one here local in Baltimore, I think they made an announcement saying like, we will continue to play this song. It's been
Suck our dicks.
But I know several radio stations across the country were like, we're not playing this anymore. And
because it's too
because the
rapey.
Me Too movement.
It's got
rapey.
Me Too'd.
It's still on my 28 plus hour Christmas music list on Spotify, so that's all that matters.
But look, to the left,
Can I get a link to
consent
that?
is everything. They're so concerned about consent all the time. That's their principle, and anything that's going to violate their strict principle of consent, the left it will be against. So right.
So that's why they're for vaccine mandates, gun restrictions, taxation. Like, let's go down the list. But
The empire.
I'm
Don't-
curious if any of you guys have noticed a decided difference between the politicians and the standard leftists on gun policy. I find fewer and fewer people of the left for gun laws and gun restraints
What do you mean by
Wow.
left?
than ever
Define
before.
left though.
Now, politicians, they're all about it still, but from like the actual rank and file progressive, I find a lot less of it. And certainly amongst like the far leftists, none of them are for it anymore.
I mean,
Well, definitely
the
the far
far
left.
left.
Is,
The far left is not
but-
for it. Yeah.
I bet you if you found like the academic lefties, they're probably all like really anti-gun, gun-free zone, like all that kind of
Nick
stuff.
has a
But
point.
of course, the politicians have the biggest incentive for defenseless subjects.
Yeah. But
I mean, that
Nick
just
has a
goes without
point.
saying.
Because my buddy, like my brother's friends are all a bunch of these NIMBY, leftists, liberal, neoliberals, and stuff like that, and they're all for gun control. But now that they're getting older and they're worried about their, certain demographics changing in their neighborhoods, I have heard there's been a change in attitude when it comes to guns and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I think they all own guns too and everything too. And of course, they all work in the military.
well, the stability is threatened, so everyone's concerned about who's going to be coming up that road anymore.
But it's also really hard to say only cops should have guns while we're defunding the police.
Yeah.
Like
But they didn't
like
mean that.
defund them, but they give them all the guns. But they've got too much power and they keep hurting us and killing us. But give them the guns and make sure we don't have any guns. And I makes sense somehow to them.
There's no sense to be made. They're liberals and leftists. Like, there's no sense to be made at all.
They want guns only when it suits them,
Right.
is what I'm hearing. At
Pretty
least
much.
you have that conversation. We have no politician wants us to have guns over here. So,
Well, the
and you have your
Republicans
Second Amendment.
Republicans are also only want guns for certain people. Like
Yeah.
when Ronald Reagan in California had that famous thing where he supported gun control just because of I guess the black rebels were arming themselves and taking to the streets. So
Yeah, they showed up at the Capitol building with shotguns, the Black
when
Panthers.
the Black Panthers showed up,
and they were
yeah,
open carrying in the state capital of California back in the 60s. And Ronald Reagan was the governor back then. And he was like immediately like, okay, introducing legislation, you're not allowed to open carry. Like immediately after that happened. It's like, okay. That's why, you know what? And that's what Maj Touré always says. He says, gun control is racist. And you look at every single time there's a gun, there's like the origins of any type of gun control. It always seems to stem back. There's some type of racially motivated or coincidentally racially motivated reason why.
it's true.
Not to say there's systemic racism, but close
Just
enough.
like minimum wage laws.
Did somebody say systemic racism?
You popped up. How's your ESG score lately?
Oh, it's real bad. Just where I like it.
Good, man. I'm glad to see there's a few companies going away from the ESG shit. I've seen.
Is there
I've
like
seen
an
reports-
anti-ESG like fund that would be fun if you could invest in a fund that's
There
all
actually
companies
is.
with the
100%.
worst ESG scores.
100% there is. I can't remember what it's called offhand. But there are also funds. Tom Woods had a guy on, or it wasn't Tom Woods. On Kunstler Cast, he had a guy who specifically he's like, we can't make money with these funds or with these companies that are in this system, so we don't work with them. Specifically, they just keep them all out because none of them are functioning businesses. I'll have to look up. I think it was McIlvaney. Was the guy?
I want the real businesses that are skipping the ESG nonsense.
Well, and obviously, I mean, I'm not a DeSantis guy, but it's a hell of a big dick move to pull out the entire Florida pension fund from anything that touches ESG. So
hey, if you're stupid enough to let the state be in charge of your retirement, then you might as well let an asshole politician squander it on whatever.
I don't disagree.
Oh, I love it, James, when he's in the mood. I almost did it again. I almost did not invite James back on the podcast. James, I felt bad, man. I was real busy today. I never got a chance to ask if you were ready to come on. But you messaged me like the
Wait, were you about to ban him from the podcast?
No,
it's time for James to go into timeout for a bit.
No,
think about what he's done.
That's not the way I run the podcast. Maybe other people the way they used to run it.
Hey, I've been fired from better shows than this.
I'm a little surprised that our ultra Christian brother isn't on here to preach the biblical word to us. You know,
I'm sure he was watching the other day, the last podcast.
He was watching the other day, yeah.
He was just like Roger Stone.
We were talking about how PRL got how many followers we had when we got the Zuck, and he was like, he chimed in. He was like, we had 190 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Good times.
It's wild. So that's 2018, right?
Yep, that was 2018.
Yep, 2018.
So you guys,
Black Thursday,
Free Thought Project, and fuck everybody went.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, man, dark times.
Yeah,
really dark times. And just to think that, so all these Twitter files and stuff are coming out, and it's pretty much just reconfirmation of shit that I've already known. Like, there hasn't been something like, oh my god, this is brand new information. It's always like, we knew this shit. Like, this is something we've been talking
like when they come out with like Biden is literally a lizard. We have the proof. We'll be like, I kind of saw it coming.
I know it.
Well, see, that's where they go with it. They go for first they deny something, right? And then when it's finally undeniable, they're like, oh, that's a nothing burger because, that's nothing new. We always knew that they were spying on us. We always knew that the FBI was paying to influence public opinion and change elections.
But that's not the best part, James. The best part is when you get to the next page, which is, but it's a good thing.
Yeah, and here's why.
Joe Biden's a lizard, and here's why it's a good thing.
Speaking of lizard, I don't know if you see this meme here. So this is globalism is literally turning her into Gollum. This is the prime minister of New Zealand. Like, look how terrible she looks.
You've got to add it. Coked out of her mind. What's going on with her, Kate? Is she just
cokehead? Is it not out on the stream?
I added it, but you didn't add it until I added it.
Oh, thank you for adding
I think it's one of those things like, when you like get that, like you find that evil artifact and it gives you power, right? But it starts like turning you into a wraith kind of a story.
Well, that's funny, because I was just about to say it looked like what happened to Cameron Diaz, like how she used to be really hot when she was on The Mask, and now she kind of looks like this lanky creature that's like gonna terrify your children.
Isn't it just called aging?
Is there adrenochrome shortages in New Zealand?
Yeah. Well, I was telling you guys before the show that they've just banned smoking for anyone under the age of 14 in New Zealand. So they've essentially created a black market for the next generation of smokers in New Zealand.
Let's get these young kids some tobacco and 3D printers. They're going to need it for the upcoming world.
No. What about hollowing out an alien with a chainsaw and then wearing its body as a suit? Is that still legal?
I don't know where you're going with that.
Probably not. I'm going to go with no.
Yeah.
I'll have to get in touch with Peter Jackson about that one. Okay. He might know more.
Okay, well, you do that, Nick. But I also heard that there was, I think it was New Zealand, but they came out with like this new like pamphlet that they released about from some type of, I guess, their version of the FBI or CIA, saying like about how you're turning in your neighbor if you feel like he's becoming a radicalized. I don't know if that was Australia or New Zealand. I don't know.
That was New Zealand. Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that too.
God.
That was America,
It was
too,
the
bro.
creepiest thing
Oh.
I've ever seen. Just they're like, we
Oh.
need your help. We need your help to put these people behind bars. They're sick. They're mentally ill. They're against the state.
Mm.
I'm like,
She
wow.
Well, they
really
had
is
that
creepy
during
as hell.
COVID
I
too.
can't believe
Yeah.
it.
They had that in COVID too, like dobbing your neighbor if they're outside for longer than an hour exercising.
Oh,
um,
And the way she
Yeah.
says weepons, your
Weep-
neighbor may have weepons.
weapons.
She says weepons. I don't know why.
maybe it's a New Zealand thing. I don't know.
We
But God, well, this hour went by fast. Kate, are you down to do another after hours podcast with us?
I can't because I have to go drive down the Great Ocean Road. Is that okay?
No, it's perfectly fine. Well,
Yeah,
thank you
it's
for
great.
stopping by. Why don't you plug all your plugs, just where
Oh.
people can find you?
Well, I do have a 2023 calendar. I am shipping to America. Lady Liberty 2023 calendar at ladyliberty.com.au. Please follow me on Twitter. Please keep in touch. I am in Australia for now. I don't know where I'll be next year. I do want to come back to America so bad, though. I love it over there. I might start looking for a job in the United States. So if anyone's listening and want to give me a job, maybe in the Libertarian Party, I don't know. Yeah, hit me up on Twitter, Lady Liberty WAUS. Thanks for having me back, guys. Merry Christmas from down under.
Yeah, Merry
Oh,
I hope
Christmas.
to come
Merry
back in the
Christmas.
new year.
Happy Hanukkah.
Oh yeah, we'll love having you on. So we'll definitely have to have you on again. Hopefully, we won't be consumed by Australian stereotypes.
Speak for yourself.
We'll just be like, hey, governor.
Right.
I was going
This
to
is
say,
the-
no one did an Australian accent. I'm disappointed. So thank you, Jared. That was good. You gotta
Look, she
say
was-
good
You're
day,
welcome.
mate.
Dude, she's hawking a calendar with pictures of her. I took everything I could to not just over sexualize the shit out of her this entire thing. Me picking on her being Australian
Wow,
is about the
Nikki.
best I can do. I'm sorry.
Well, you are a filthy degenerate.
Nikki's a
so-
true gentleman.
I
so
am the degenerate.
the resident
Well,
Gen.
We should just change the episode title from Holiday Extravaganza to like Australian Extravaganza.
Yes.
Because that's
I
how very much we
approve.
talk.
Christmas
I was gonna
down
go with
under.
my I was
Hanukkah
gonna
down
go with
under.
I was gonna go with a dingo ate my baby or a cricket on the bobby.
Cricket
Those are
on
my
the Barbie's
working
a good one.
titles.
Oh God. Well, this has been fun. We're gonna have an after hours podcast after this. Unfortunately, Kate won't be there, but the rest of us all will be. At least you guys
And we
all
will be
better
doing it live.
Yes, and we will be doing it live. We will if you guys sign up for our Patreon for as little as $3 a month, you can access that after hours show. We'll send you a link telling you we're going live. And if you just want to listen to it later, you got that too as well. You got access to all of our after hours podcasts that we've recorded. So go sign up for our Patreon. It's like I said, it's about $3 a month or more. And if you don't like using Patreon, you go to prlfans.com and find other ways to donate to the show. And we also have t-shirts for sale over at libertariancountry.com. If you use the code PRL or PRL podcast, you get a 10% discount. If you use the code PRL2 and spend $50 or more, you will get a 20% discount. So until next time, everybody, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and live free.
Or die.